like Min's gonna go, "Hey, I'm back, Mr. Dragon Beast 70," and then I'm gonna go, "Watu, you're back," and you're gonna go, "Yeah, I'm back again," and hopefully we have no gremlins.
All right.
I wonder who's. I don't know if Craig or Kenny. Kenny joining now. Okay. All right. Okay. Welcome everybody. We are back with Paradigm Chess Champs, King of Kings, I think it should be called. And we got Min Dragon B70. He's back for some. Hopefully, I think he got out of jail last night with the servers crashing. So he's back today, and Watu is hopefully going to get that mysterious point that chess.com was taking away from him during yesterday's server restarts, we shall call it. And in South Africa, we'll call that server load shedding. Right, Watu?
Absolutely.
Welcome back, guys. Are you guys ready for a tough 3-game battle?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm ready.
I mean, I popped on earlier and I saw you were in Paradigm Chess, dude. He's been playing Watu. This guy, he was hovering in the lobby there earlier. I saw him.
Okay.
All right. Let's just see if our co-commentator is here. Admits. Should we deny him entry? No, let's not deny him entry. Shame, poor fella. Let's let him in. And he is around. Now if we can just get it to work, that would be nice. There it is. Alrighty.
Hey Andrew, I can hear
yes.
you.
Hello. Yes, unfortunately, I am aware of that, Lorenzo. I'll fix that for next week. I just got to edit the layout. I didn't edit it properly. My bad. I'll put Kings of Kings there for the next one. Master Kenny, how are we?
Good, and you?
Alive and well. I hear you had some co-commentators with you earlier today.
Yeah, over here, Jens plays.
Alrighty.
We intercepted our conversation now, but we all told you I'm looking forward to the stream and stuff.
Awesome. Well, I think the first game. Hi, Andrew. You've been missed. Ah, thanks, Caldermel. Well, I'm back. I'm back with a bang. I will be back again. I'm going to have normal streams again, guys. I'm coming back. We unlike people in Cape Town who don't have solar, who have excuses for not streaming. We're in Joburg. We have solar power. We can stream and not go offline. It is beautiful. It's one of the reasons why we weren't streaming was because 4 hours of load shedding does not do the stream well. And on that note, guys, shall we get into round one? I will mute myself on you guys so you can't hear me. And good luck, boys. May the best South African win. Ha ha ha. No, I'm kidding. May the best man win.
Will you issue a challenge, Min?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, you guys can put yourselves on mute as well. All right. Okay, Kenny, now we can talk as much gaga as we want to. I just need some liquid courage.
So how do I see the actual game? Do I go
Oh, you go to, all right, so you go to the 4-player variants and you go watch, and then you'll see that it's actually up there, and you click on their name and boom, the game has started.
Okay, cool.
So, they're going to restart because, yes, because Watu wasn't white. So, let's do that again. And Watu is now white, and we have the game on. Do you have it?
I'm getting there.
All right. It's a Cape Townian thing. They do everything slowly. Joburg's always faster.
Yeah, power just came back.
I don't even know if I have power or not. It's just wonderful. I can keep going. In fact, I think I am in the middle of load shedding, to be honest.
Technically.
Game to the Thrones chess. Yeah, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. And there it is. The knight comes into c3. Now, I wonder if I'm going to be able to see arrows today. I wonder if Dragon B70 is going to draw arrows today. Might forget, you know, it's a habit to draw arrows.
Oh, does he do that?
Yeah, so last night while we were commentating, we could see the arrows of what everyone was thinking. It was beautiful. No thinking of what they were up to. The arrows are there guiding us all the way. And then, yeah. And then there were no arrows.
Okay,
Going
here I need to
forward.
go to 4-player chess, right?
Yeah.
Well, play.
Well, you go
four-player
to
variants.
play 4-player variants. And then view or watch or whatever it is. And then their name will be on the top of the list there.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
So we got a lovely little B3 here. Oh, there we go. F5. Let's throw a little bit of a Dutchiness to this. The Duchess has come to the party.
So looking like a Dutch.
Yeah, F5. Straight up. Why not?
Sorry, Andrew, my thing is just a little bit slow. I'll be with you in a sec.
No, take your time. These guys, you know, the first couple of moves here, they chilling like a villain, bro. They don't, there's no rush here.
What's the time control?
15 plus 10.
So fast? Okay, that's
So we've
nice
got
and
time.
great stuff.
Master Gal painted once arrows from the whole rainbow. It was true art. I've got to try it. Yeah, bruh, if I painted something, you know, people would have to spend millions just to see it because not even I would understand what I'm painting. Isn't that art? You know, you splash things on a painting board and voila, you can sell it for millions or something. Or if you have a name or something. Knight to e2, d2. That's a very interesting move. So black is controlling e4. White has plans. Knight to d7, knight to f3. I wonder what the temperament of the two players would be today.
Yeah, I mean, I know Watu. I don't know too much about Dragon Guy. But I believe he's pretty strong.
I mean, I must admit, I think, I mean, on the balance of probability, I think both white games that Watu had yesterday, he could have easily, well, let's not say easily, but he could have converted it, right, and brought in the points. And he was very unlucky with black. I mean, we saw the true power of the Dragon Bishop for black. Black just came powering in with that Dragon Bishop, and, you know, the next thing it was like Muhammad Ali versus, you know, Bobby Skinstad type of thing, you know, 1, 2, 3, game over, brother. You know, no, that Dragon Bishop just hurts. And that was despite the fact that there were possibilities of past pawns to cause it some trouble. But it got behind the line. It was like, you know, the Navy SEALs out on a rescue behind enemy lines.
Yeah, it sounds exciting.
Yeah, no, look, we saw the true power of a Dragon Bishop there. And again, I think we're gonna see one of these games where it's gonna be a very slow build. It's very strategical. Doesn't he drop a pawn
I
here?
think I.
No, he doesn't. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Bishop's then defending the pawn.
Mhm.
But I wonder why you would want your pawn there.
I'm gonna try getting there by finding Watu's name. I'm still like struggling to get there.
Queen c1, kind of expected. Queen c1, yeah. I'm not seeing Ming's arrows. I don't think he's showing arrows today because we did tell him we could see it. So I think he's like notoriously not putting arrows on the board today.
Oh, so was he doing the arrow thing like the whole time?
Yeah, no. Every move there was an arrow on the board, and you can see what he was thinking. And I think it's brilliant, because you get to see what they look at, and like things that you and I take for granted, or even a case of there was a move where he was looking at knight takes e4, like just some random stuff that he was analyzing. Like we would just look and go no and move on. They literally look at it. And you're going, okay, interesting. Kian, come here, my sweetie pie. So I have a new addition to my life.
What is that?
You can't see my stream, eh?
I can't. I'm actually so confused right now because usually I just find the link. I mean, I'm able to watch, but it's not showing me where the game is.
Doesn't want to show me.
Is there any way you could send me?
I'm hiding in the distance.
Yeah.
So long now.
All I see is an A for Andrew. Okay, let me see how I can get there. This is actually pretty frustrating.
So I've added something to my shoulder.
Your shoulder? What is that?
I have a rather permanent what do you call it? What's the best word to put it? A rather permanent marking on my shoulder now.
Oh, did you get yourself a tattoo?
I did indeed, sir.
What?
Yeah.
What did you get?
I ended up getting Falco the Luck Dragon. So my one side of my arm's got the Falco the Luck Dragon, and then just where its mouth is, where the tattoo ends, I'm putting a chessboard with two kings clashing underneath it. So it's not a complete tat yet. It's still a tat to be worked on.
In process.
Yeah, but everyone that's looked at it, the detail in the tattoo, they're actually like, who did that? Because the detail is insane.
That must look sick, yeah.
And I said, yeah, so was the damn pain.
Was it really that painful?
Yes, bro. You have no idea. I think from hour 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, whichever one it was, I passed out from the pain for half an hour.
What?
Yeah.
For real?
For reals, dude.
So that bad?
Nah, it was bad. I mean, we even stopped for a bit because the pain was getting too much. Like, it was insanely sore.
But shit, that's like, it shouldn't be that, so I mean...
Yeah, no, it's just on, that under piece of your arm. So,
it's probably sensitive.
Very
sensitive. Okay, I think I found it.
He's found us! Eureka! We have got it.
No, it's some other game. Yeah, this is why I need to be set up like in advance. But I'll get confused. So, what's the score at the moment between the
1-0?
Watu?
1-0.
Okay.
1-0 to Minh. And 3-0 to chess.com servers.
I don't know. Must say, I mean, I do use chess. I've got an account and everything, but I'm pretty foreign to most things on chess.com. You know, I'm a lead chess guy. But it's the paradigm that's bringing me here. Let's see.
Okay. So we got a castle on the queen side now. Pieces developed. Black wanting to press on the king side. Is white going to castle queen side? That's the question. You found it.
Not yet. I'm actually logging back in. It's embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing, but is what it is.
Ah, man, these things happen, man. These things happen.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've even got the beard going now. Full on beard to go with the tat. Why not?
I actually want to see what you look like since you put on. You must have like a biker look now, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. Wait, let's see if I can. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on, I've got ways and means of doing this. Hold on.
Are you gonna show me the screen of the game?
No, I'm gonna. Why is this not working? I want my camera. Hold on. Give me a second. Ah, that is why. Don't worry. We're announcing the fix things. I think it's this one. Must be this one. Fix this. Just wait, man. Don't be.
Hmm. Mhm. Ah, I see you. the, the tattoo does stand out, I must say. What? Hectic. Yeah, I can see it's gonna go all the way down your arm. You look so grown. You look so grown with your beard, Andrew. You're like, yeah, 2 years older than me, eh? Ah, me neither. Me neither. I live, I live by the same philosophy. The only woman I need in my life is the queen on the chessboard. Andrew, is there no way you can send me this link on chess.com, like on WhatsApp or something? That's where he likes them, eh? received it. I'm about to check it out. So, what's the schedule for the tournament like? Is it like today? Two games? Two games today, right? Three. Okay. And mhm, cool. It's a nice, it's a nice match setup actually. You'll get. You seem to really love those arrows. Hmm. Why would he do that? Finally, I can see the board. Cool. Arrows, not yet. Oh, interesting. Wow, what is like really burning the clock, eh? Okay, let me see what's going on here. So this, you think so? I'm thinking, yeah, something like knight a4, even knight d4 looks very natural, eh? Okay, maybe rook a4 and then what? Hmm. Okay, but knight takes knight, dragon takes dragon, knight takes queen first. I guess it comes to the same thing. What? Okay. Okay, you definitely have a good sense of what's going on here. I mean, you wouldn't have thought like 5 minutes just to play some dud move. I see it. I see the sense in it now, actually. So it's very, it's like deeply positional. Taking a square, the dragon, square away from the dragon, and wanting to push b4, I assume, at some point. No. Explain rook a4. I mean, I'm still trying to really figure out why knight a4 wasn't better. Or, hmm. But I mean, you sure. What a rook cliff that would be, eh? Centralize your rook in the opening in Paradigm City. That's how you do it. Okay, so Dragon B70 seems to be playing some quick moves here. So clearly, this is automatically become like a part-time time squeeze type of game here. I mean, nothing's been exchanged really. So time is gonna play a big factor here, eh? Conk castle because of g5. Yes, you're right. That's blatantly obvious that that's not gonna work. I'm even thinking the king should just run to like D1, C1 as the best way to get to somewhere safer than being there in the center. I actually don't know what's going to do here, to be honest. So. Hmm. We've got a really hard to win leader, yeah. Do you have to do this on live stream? I suppose Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, yeah, but they pretty much they're very disappointing this season though. Chelsea's always been like a club that they maintain the top five, top four consistently, but they haven't been that team of late. You're asking me so that you can talk about your team. Who do you, who do you support? Ah, yeah, I should have known. I should have known. You've got that United vibe about you. Mm. Now with the tattoo and the beard, it's even more obvious. You look like a yeah. Okay, you went rook e7. Oh, even I didn't expect rook e7. I must admit. I expected something way sharper. In fact, wasn't g5 playable there? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking g5 was an opportunity to seize the initiative, but this seems to. There's nothing wrong with what Black's doing here, but I can't really exactly see what's weak about White's position really either. Oh, well, except for the fact that that group needs to get out of h1. But mm, yeah, sure. Watu being forced to play some compromising moves here. Eh? What the square for the knight to be on d1? Normally that's where the rook. I'm sure the rook should be on d1 and the knight on a4. I mean that to me just looks more normal. Swap the rook. Yeah, there's no counterplay for white here. And I'm surprised that this game is like this far in. White having 2 minutes on the clock with the worst position. It's not what you're used to seeing from him. And I mean I've played Dragon B70 before. I think I played him twice, beat him once. No, lost twice, won once. But that was when he just like started playing. He like really catapulted to a high rating with this chess variant. By, by now, I believe it's like super high, like 2800 or something. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thought you're referring to normal chess. Doesn't he have like a, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Something insane. I think Watu's gone into this fortress mode, which is actually he's chowing his time now. He's like trying to get time back. He should push. He should push. In fact, now those rooks look a bit silly on that file. Don't you think? Maybe one of the rooks should go to d8. Yeah, you're right. Well, although we can take bishop, dragon takes d4 at d5. So I don't think c5 is needs to be prepped maybe with the rook d8 first. But I mean, he's got all the time in the world to do that. Okay, I don't know what that move is about. Oh, he's attacking the dragon bishop. That's about it. Pawn sacrifice. C5, dragon takes dragon. I must say this game is really starting to heat up here. Yeah, I agree. Pawn on the b6 is practically lost, and Watu is going for very, very ambitious stuff on the king side of g4. Is that not just the loss of a pawn, like pawn takes pawn? And just the free pawn, isn't it? But then again, White doesn't have many good options here. It's almost like a middle game Zooks one we're witnessing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking for that check, but there's not much of a future after that. Oh, he gets the pawn on g6 at least. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as I'm sitting here. I mean, I can't take the pawn. Easy. Maybe. I mean, he gets to free the rook, king g2. Really, really difficult position for Watu to play with 1 minute on his clock. Didn't expect it. Maybe he's looking for something a bit more clearer than just being like a pawn up with a better position, with a better looking position. I mean, there's still lots of play left. He's got a lot of other things that he can kind of keep the tension for you. Perhaps try to push some of those pawns on the king side, g5. Maybe first h5, followed up with. I'll definitely take dragon. Takes dragon first. So what just 2 pawns down. Can you pull a rabbit out of a hat here? Oh, he's gonna get something decent on the queen side if he goes rook b4, knight c5. Something to work with. Rook b4, knight c5. Yeah, and and then if a queen a7, maybe queen c3 or something. Yeah, this is actually starting to look. I mean, he's 2 pawns down, but black is not exactly taking care of the dark squares here. He does queen c. I think that's actually sneak. That's better than immediate rook b4, because now rook b4 becomes a major threat, right? And it's clamping down on the c5 square. Knight intervenes. Mm, mm, yeah. Well, we've reached the point where f6. Mm. I don't know. I think you should just grab that c5 square first. Just get that, at least. I mean, you need to get something for the 2 pawns here. Otherwise, it's just gonna be like sitting dark here, basically. What queen? I didn't expect that. I did not expect that. I wouldn't exchange queens in this endgame. I mean, to get into an endgame where I'm 2 pawns down. Yeah, that was strange. But then again, he's under severe time pressure. He's below 1 minute, and it's a very good chance. Well, at least a draw, probably. No, no. Uh, this is no, he's got to push g3 now. Black should just go g3. It should be all over. Because that collapses the whole kingside pawn structure. Mm. Yeah. Anyway, sure, Watu will bounce back with us. If he does push g3, there's this idea of sacking the rook for the knight and then taking g3 with the king. Seems like a playable endgame. I don't know. It could be just straight up theoretically lost, but collapsing, undermining the f pawn is, I think that's tickets. Yeah, in this position. I'm not sure about that. I mean, I think you need like just a little bit, like maybe if there was a bishop on the board, or you need a little bit something extra for that to make that work. G3 is seeming more and more obvious to me now, the longer that I look at it. I mean, what else is there? Hmm. Don't you have like a fan or something? There we go. Ah, and I called that too. So I'm thinking. This is if White can get at least the knight to f4, then he's got chances, I think. Because if he can get that h pawn, or at least force one of Black's rooks to commit to that h pawn, he could hold. He's going there now. 93, 94. But then again, White's rook is also now stuck on h1. Nothing he can do about it. And the pawn majority on the queen side just wins the game, I guess. I'm pretty chuffed that Watu went for my idea. So now all the pieces on the king side are locked in unless Black decides to unlock it, or unless White decides to move his knight and do something different there. With maybe knight e6, but I'm not sure where it's going really. 96, 95. But essentially those pawns on the king's queen side win this game for Black, as far as I can see. Rook g4 was strong. I didn't see that. I was thinking king f4. The problem I think with that is he will give White the f5 pawn, but then the king would be in the wilderness there, you know, if the rook's on g4. Okay, he's probably going for knight g3 now. Now, Watu is very good at finding resources. So knight g3 is a nice resource. Yeah, oh, he goes back to f4. Oh, he wants to free the rook. Yeah, once the rooks have to defend pawns in games, then you know where that's gonna lead to. Yeah, look, just like b5, b4, b3. b5, b4, rook, b7. Easy days, easy days. But we want to use so much time earlier on. I don't even know if the position was that complex at that point. I think he was just trying to find like an idea after the opening war plan, which turned out to be very passive. Rook a4 was surprising early on. I'm sure the knight should have gone to a4. I think that was kind of weird. They've got like 5-second increment here. 10-second increment. Yeah, it's more than enough, eh? More than enough. Okay, now he should play b5. Okay, he's got his king to d6. Centralize where he wants it, unless he wants to centralize it even more on e5 and then push b5. But b5, I feel, is the difference in this position, that pawn. This is where the knight needs to be on the white knight should be on d4. Then that would make it interesting, but he can't get there without losing the h-pawn. Yeah, that's weird. It's weird that Dragon B used so much time for moves which I thought didn't require for him to be like thinking that much. And now if in a situation where he's the one that needs to play every 10 seconds, while he doesn't have the winning position yet. Oh, this is dangerous grounds that he's on here. One surprise from Watu could win this game, because he'll have 10 seconds to figure it out. I'm thinking the same thing. What a turn of events. You see, this is what I'm talking about. That was the surprise. He only had 10 seconds to figure it out. He gives the exchange back, but now is this a theoretical win? They say 7 pieces or less has been solved, but we've got more than 7 pieces on the board here. This could be a draw, Andrew. It's Crazy. That's what I'm saying. Dragon B just spent way too much time when he was up. He was up 3 minutes, and then he just wasted it for on a position he didn't have to. What? Did he calculate this? Is the sound? Wait, he doesn't have to take because pawn takes pawn check. That creates pass pawn for white. If rook takes black. No, I think just things just win. Yeah, you're right. That's the right move, I think. Just c3. He could actually take. Can't he take? King. Yeah, because he doesn't have c5. As long as that king is standing on e5, he can't push c5. I think he should have taken the rook. Black is probably going to go for this. You should play f3 now. Wait for the rook to move back to e7, and then take it. Oh, if Watu wins this game, I'm telling you, what? I'm not sure about that thing. I think Watu threw it away there. Oh, yeah. You should take rook takes e7, king e5, right? Yeah, Watu threw this away. Oh, you played that really impulsively there. Well, it came down to the wire, eh? But it'd be nice if he had won and would have evened the match. But now it's pushing him against the wall. He's going to have to play super sharp chess this next round. Oh wait, no. The pawn should have been like on f. No, either way, this is lost. It's no. What am I thinking? It's not salvageable. Take the dragon. Oh well. At least it was very entertaining, wasn't it?
No, but oh, I mean,
Rook takes
I thought
e7,
I thought he
takes
played
e7,
c5, but then I played
king
king
e5.
takes d5. Oh, I thought
but
king
he did well to
e5,
come back
c5,
there.
and I only calculated king takes f5. Then I saw c4, b4. But actually, now that I think about it, king e5. If he plays c5, I play king takes d5. c4, king c5. Bro. Yeah.
Opposition.
Yeah, but let me get back in this endgame crazily. I mean, it was just completely winning, and I don't know what he was doing with his rook there. He gave me some few swindling chances, but I thought it was not enough. That's the problem. I always thought I was lost. So it looks like it. No. No, I got a very bad position, yeah, from the opening. Somehow I don't know I just couldn't find the right plan, and this F5 plan, you know, I thought I should play F4, but I thought if I play F4, it's not really that clear. I thought, okay, I thought I could, like, you know, let him play E5, but then I started to realize afterwards that it was a mistake. This E5 is very strong and he can organize his pieces, you know, like he did. And then once he plays E5, I'm just in big trouble, yeah?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
straight out of the opening, just somehow bad position. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my technique is horrible. I need to work on that. But it's whatever the position requires, I would trade or not. It's yeah. I think knight c3 maybe was already inaccurate because after knight c3 the queen is kind of stuck there.
Maybe, yeah. Sorry? I thought I could look. I mean, rook a4 is already. It's a sign that things have gone wrong already. I mean, but yeah, but I'm trying to sort of, like, I was happy it takes my pawn on b6, you know, because at least I get an open file to the king. But nonetheless, the move I wanted to play, I realized late that it's a mistake. I wanted to play knight c5. I was very happy with this, but then last I saw he has knight b5, and if I play queen b4, he has a5, and then this knight is hanging. So yeah, once I could not play this move, I wanted to play because I thought, okay, knight c5 and the queen is sort of, then I'm going to play rook f6, and then I'm still worse, but I mean, you know, then he has to deal with issues. But anyway, you know, the funny thing is that it's always like in real chess, when you have a good position from the onset, when it's time to, when you know you're winning and you convert it, but the opponent has chances here and there, it's not that easy, as we all know. So this is what I was banking on, you know, and I could see that Minh was trying not to give me any chances at all. But I think it's always, no, you should take the knight. I think Minh, you should take the knight immediately. Yeah, like when knight goes to f4, just take it.
Yeah, should have taken earlier.
Yeah, just take immediately, and then it's finished. But once you allow king t2 and all these things, I think it's still should be winning for you, but not so easy anymore. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? No, well done, guys. What a game! It was quite overwhelming there. I think with black. What happened there? What do you think went wrong in the beginning with the position?
I think yeah, probably Minh mentions it. You know, I played knight c3, and I want to play e4, but he plays f5.
Yes, I think that is.
And somehow, yes, he gives me the e5 square. So I wanted to do it cleanly. You know, I wanted to go to e5 and not give him e4. But I think in that position, maybe the only move is for me to play f4 myself.
Yeah, because I've seen you do that. You know, in your other games,
Yeah, I
You're
know.
usually the one
but-
pushing F4, F5.
Yes,
But
but I thought,
yeah.
you know, but I just misevaluated the position.
Mm.
But it's also, look, in a normal, I think the problem is I treated it like a normal chess position, you know, like in a normal chess position.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
you know, like in a Dutch, let's say, you know, Dutch, you know,
Yeah.
with knight c3 and so on.
Yeah.
At some point, you can play slowly in normal chess. I can play e3, queen f3,
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
da, 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 and finally. But now, here, it's not the same.
Not the same,
Because-
not the same.
Yeah, that's what I
And,
realized. It's just not the same.
Yeah, and Min, what would you say is your strategy when when starting out? What are you looking for? Are you looking for the best structure for your dragons, or are you looking just for the pawn structure? What is your strategy?
Well, I know like Watu likes to grab the center, so I'm trying to prevent him to get the whole center.
Yes. And I think that worked out fantastic in this game today because you were in fact the one in charge of the center over there. Yeah, and I think this is something that I keep mentioning as well. To be I mean, you guys are the best in the world at Paradigm Chess Circuit, so it's fantastic covering your games. But yes, the rook pawn endings seem to be vital in this variant as well, and they seem to be coming up a lot. What do I see you smiling there? Are you happy with your rook pawn ending skills, eh?
No, look, truth be told, I'm happy I played on, and it's now like an extra, let's put it this way, it's an extra weapon. For now, I can use against Minh, it seems.
This is war, guys. This is war. But it's great chatting to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but good luck with the rest of the match. This is psychological as well, eh? It's not just what's the move that's happening on the chessboard. You guys are reading each other as players as well. And we're getting to hear all behind the scenes things about it. So thanks for that, guys.
Thank you. No, not really. Not. I mean, it's 8 games. You know, the score is 4.5. So it's no. It's like, look, it's still out of 8 games, 2 is not good, of course, but it's not a crisis yet. It's still okay. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, it's about playing well. Now, if in this game I didn't, if misevaluated, I should try not to do this. But I think it's like a normal chess. You know, once you get going, you get going. So the question is, you know, I need to start somehow finding a way to get going, and to take it from there. Hopefully. Uh, yeah, just one final thing that I wanted to say, please. Min and everyone, because you know I'm actually on load shedding, and it's supposed to come back at 6. So my experience is that when load shedding comes, it disrupts. Even if I'm not, you know, even if I'm on my router, it kind of disrupts it. So if I was asking that we could just wait a little bit, then if I'm on power, then you know I won't have any disruptions, if possible. Yes, please. If yes, so I expect it to be the next 2 to 3 minutes. And so if you don't mind, Min, we can just take a 5-minute breather. Then once it's up, I will say it's up, and then we can play. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Min. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
No worries.
Just Watu. Yeah. Uh, hmm. Yeah, definitely way. I mean, it's like Watu said. It's not that critical yet. 8 games, in total, six left to go. I kind of get the sense that Watu feels he's confident that he will hit his stride, like within the next game or two. And when Watu does that, then it's you, yeah, yeah. So yeah. Look, Watu was like, for me, he was like totally on the back foot there, but he came back. So I mean, anything can happen. Um, um, yeah. Mm. And that's what I think he was also referring to. He just wants to play good chess. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, we've got no pressure on us over here. Mm. Mm. I won't go so far as to say that. I mean, I'm sure Watu has outplayed me in a couple of reporting games. Mm. Mm. Well, yeah. I agree. I would agree with you there because I mean there was no reason for him to have to come and bring the king all the way into the center. He should have just pushed b5, b4 and get the rook to b7 because his rook was on the seventh rank. That was the simple, clearest way for him to win. I mean, instead of getting into all of that that trouble there, and also he's thinking all his time away. I mean, at one point, Watu was like down on the clock for the entire game, and then at one point it was 4 minutes to 30 seconds. And then when we looked again, it was Watu with 40 seconds and Ming with like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. So that can be a game changer. Mm, mm.
It's okay. Leave it open.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, also credit to Watu for creating all that play in the end. He came up with some very interesting maneuvers there with his rook and the knight in the end. That actually, and his king coming in so fast that could have turned the tide in that game very quickly. In fact, it should have happened that way because he was heading that way with the momentum there. Just he missed the rook takes rook, but he had, in all fairness, he only had like 10 seconds there. But yeah, I feel like Watu hits his stride, then in the next 2 or 3 matches, we could be looking at a different scoreline. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Watu kind of needs to win this next game. I feel like if it's going to be 3-0, then Watu is going to need to like switch off
Yeah,
from the
I'm
world
back
and just
online.
like build the chess.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Andrew, does he know? Just try to see. Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Mm. Yeah, all the years, I mean, that's been one of the things I've admired about Watu the most, um, and why he's such a widely respected player, not just for the quality of his game and his credentials and stuff, just him as a person, you know. He's very humble. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm. In fact, mhm. Charles had a way of doing that with a smile and with a smile on his face. Yeah, he's the nicest guy. There's not a, I mean, if anyone, then Charles, I mean, that's, referring to Watu as being this all round good, likable guy. Charles is not that social, but I mean, his sportsmanship is top notch. I mean, nicest guy. uh, And mm, meanwhile, back at the ranch, he slaughtered you like without any like ruthless on the board. Mm, yeah. Yeah, no. Mm, yeah, yeah. I must say, we were lucky to grow up under these guys, Andrew. But look, what's going on here now? I mean, is Dragon the one taking a deep think here now, or is it not just straight up F4? I mean C4. I'm sure you can. I mean, if you don't, then Black is taking the queen side with C4 himself. Or C3 probably. Mm, no. I think you're just thinking of a general structure for. I mean, you think he's probably sitting there thinking of his middle game plan already. That's what I'm thinking. Because you can't just push pawns. You gotta think about what you want to do with your pieces. That Waters Dragon Bishops are very open and ready to come out, and ready to get launched out of the squares there. While that B1 Dragon Bishop for Dragon B70 still needs to decide where he is going to settle down. Well, he's on a good diagonal if white black's on a castle king side. Interesting. He's kind of waiting for black to commit. Hmm. Okay. So now c3 should just come without any. double dragon against. I remember it. I remember. That's exactly what I just thought about now when you said it. Look, I can tell you, I like this for black. Eh? That pawn chain is super strong. He's got the luxury of deciding when he wants to break on e5, f6, e5. So all he's got to do is rearrange his pieces in the way that he wants to. I feel like black's going to dictate here. Oh, that is interesting. That's a nice move. e4 is a nice move because d takes e4 is not favorable for. I mean, breaks the pawn chain, and also. I see what you're saying, and perhaps maybe something can outpost itself on the d5 square at some point. So I'm thinking, well, yeah, he's going to go for that. So just get the pawn back. I'm thinking b5. Just kind of thinking of limiting white's piece play. Because if that. Well, that should have been obvious to us immediately. Yeah, all of a sudden e4 didn't look so great. It doesn't look so hard now. Yeah, you're right. The dragon on f2, d6. Taking me back to my. Oh. To be honest with you, there's not much between whether it was that one or the other one. Although I would think the other one makes more logical sense because obviously you're making white think twice about kingside castling firstly, but with that one coming out, I'm wondering what's his plan really with the f8 dragon bishop. Yeah, then dragon. Yeah. Well spotted. We mustn't forget that the dragons have different options. It's not just the bishop diagonal option. It's also the positioning it on g6 and just waiting for the right moment to pounce option. Preventing b5. That's what I'm not. I don't think so. I don't think it was that necessary to. I mean, when are these guys going to actually start developing some pieces here? I thought something like knight e3 would have been obvious there. I just think it's a bit slow. A4 is too much of a prophylactic move for moving the opening here. He needs to. True, I see your point. Although white can just push. I mean, black can just push the pawn up to c3. Give him the pawn and get white in return. Okay, maybe there's nothing there. Okay, he does it, and now f4 is starting to make some sense. Although he's just getting his piece back, right? I mean, his pawn back. It's nothing. I'm wondering why he didn't play f5 instead of knight f6. For me, that is limiting his attacking player. f5 would have been such a sweet move. The pawn to have the pawn in front of the knight. Yeah, he's just gonna have to move the bishop somewhere. Probably to c7. Yeah, he's in no rush to take that c4 pawn, eh? Okay, so he can opt for dragon on e7 to go to c6. Knowing that he's going to lose the c4 pawn, but securing the e4 pawn at least with some central control. But the dragon on e7 is I mean, he can't play passively. He needs to win, so he's got to create something. Which is why I expected him to play more aggressively on the king side with f5 first, and then knight f6. Knight f6. Because this just makes it so uncomplicated, and Watu needs complications. He needs a win. That's the whole thing, you see. That's why I don't get it. You know what I mean? So what's happening here right now is black is waiting for white to play. You know, in terms of who's gonna push. I would say don't. I would say keep. Oh, and that knight on d8 of his is pretty awkward there. You know, with the pawn, if the pawn had been on f5, then f7 would have been available for that knight on d8. That's the other thing. I have a good feeling Watu is gonna win this one. I think he's more conscious. He's more in tune with the clock and with the balance of initiative and stuff. Whether he's got slightly worse of position, which you can't really say he has here, because I mean, it's straight up equal. Although he's got the double pawn in the center that he has to constantly be looking at and defending. But if he's gonna, I don't think he should, because if pawn takes, that opens the a file, and that might not be so great for black. Also, the pawn on b5 would be super strong. Yeah. But now white has something like knight c4. That should. Bishop f4, you can drop it back to b7 or exchange. Those are the only options. I like f4, pinning the knight. Could even drop back to h6. Trying to provoke pawn to g3, because that would weaken the light squares on the king side. And then knight centralizing on d5. And then f5, and then things will start to. I mean, then his piece will start to really be, gel and communicate better. But right now, he needs to do something about that knight at the back. I don't think he can win this game with that knight. All of a sudden, the dragon bishop on b5 looks misplaced, eh? So he's putting pressure on the pin. the b6 pin. Good move. I think rook b8 is forced here, I think. Knight c6, then a takes b6. Okay, wait, no. Knight c6, then. Okay, knight c6 is a good move. Yeah. I have to look twice here to make sure that it's. Watu knows what he's doing here. I mean, there's a reason why this guy is South African paradigm chess that he #1 player right now. I think he was just a little bit off form in the previous game. I honestly know Watu to be much stronger than that. I mean, he's crushed me so hard, like in PC30, that I played something like 10 games against him once, and he beat me like 8-2 or something. Where I got to really know how strong he is, and the game that he played in the first round today didn't resemble anything of what I know Watu to be like. So if we get into his stride here, I think. Yeah. But he would, yeah, I guess so. But I mean, overall, over the course of 8 games, he will obviously make sure that he strategically avoids those load shedding, like he did now. For instance, the first game. But I believe the first game caused him to the load shedding caused him to stumble, or what's the case there? I'm not sure. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought, oh, okay. I heard him refer to something like that. Yeah. Mm. From comfort zone. Yeah, but only slightly. Only slightly, though. It's not. I mean, mm, yeah, yeah. Yes. It's definitely more of an uphill battle. You're right. I remember when we just went into that lockdown 2019, 2020 period, we played the SA online closed, and everyone had different load shedding schedules, and we were like 20 guys in a group all having to, you know, play the Swiss against each other, and it was crazy. Literally, the player that won the tournament was the one of the best load shedding situation. um, but yeah, between the two of them, I'm sure we're going to find the most comfortable time frames for Watu to be entertaining us here. Okay, let's see what's going on. I mean, this game has developed a bit. He pushed a6. He's got rook d8 there. Bishop c2. I think he wants to keep the dragon bishop on that diagonal. That is a good move, because remember, he doesn't have d5, or does he? No, he doesn't. Doesn't have d5. I don't think. Told you, this is what this kind of game he needs to play. This is where he thrives. And with time pressure. So I kind of knew, because I know what this game so well, I knew he's going to come out like this. Quick moves, quick solid moves, not compromising on anything positionally, just keeping the game position active. And Minh has gone for this a4, a5, a6 thing, which has given Watu all this time to play on a central attack here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There we go. And remember, the king hasn't found any safety yet, and castling isn't exactly an obvious choice here either. At any point, until he's got like at least h3 there or something, or probably g3. Can he go g3? Is that maybe some kind of counter here? I'm struggling to find moves for white, to be honest. So just knight takes pawn, right? And that is pawn up. I think dragon bishop takes knight. I think. Although I don't think white will take on d5. If he, after black plays knight takes d5, I don't think he will take it back. I think he might want to move the queen out of the pin. Ah, okay, there's that. I missed that. But the f5, can you allow that? It's just f5 and just super strong for black. Center belongs to black. The initiative belongs to black. And it's a tempo. Yeah. Take, rook takes e5. In fact, he can't take it. He can't take it because that would lead to a double, queen being attacked and a dragon on b4, b5 attacked by the rook, so he couldn't take there. I feel like this is where Watu should take a bit of a think here if he hasn't yet already. Something to keep the tension, perhaps, or because as you can see, black doesn't. White is searching for moves, I think. Maybe a rook f6 or e5, e4. Just super strong positionally. That's the justification. If you ask me, I mean, just claiming more space in the center. It's just really coming together now. And this is what I was talking about, Andrew. I mean, once e5 is on the board, these pieces start gelling. The white pieces. No? Sure, those stats will be interesting at the end of it all. Dragon bishop b3. But there's nothing to think about. Yeah, you see, if you can definitely sense that he is feeling his advantage, his nothing to worry about, nothing that white is really threatening, nothing going on at all in terms of counterplay from the white side. Yes, so king h8 was pretty intuitive. Literally, black doesn't have to push anything, you just keep the tension and wait for the time to tick down. I mean, there's probably stuff you can do, right? Like, but why should he break the tension? Look at how badly placed the white dragon bishops are for a paradigm chess 30 game, eh? Do you think he's planning on castle and queenside here? He can't castle kingside either. Queenside, I mean, drastic. He's got to do something drastic. With a minute left on the clock, with such such limited options in his position. There's no need to move the king right now. I mean, what he should be thinking about is maybe just dragon bishop a3. Try and exchange one of those bad bishops at least. Knight to e5. But he's got enough defense on the d5 square. He will probably first have knight takes e3. Knight takes e3 off. Now I'm saying if knight e5, knight takes e3 first, attacking the queen. Mm. Okay, I see what you mean there. Okay, so he goes for this. I like that move. Keeps the tension. Nothing overly complicated about it. It's just taking the knight out of all those things that we were just talking about now, and making white find the move, which he can't deal with, and he's got less than a minute. Forcing white to find something to do because we know he can't castle. Now it's even more obvious that king is. Okay, so first move that prepares castling. So finally, move 21. White prepares for castling. That looks strong. That's a bit good in any situation. Hmm. I'm thinking bishop to h6 to try and leverage f4 for black. What do you think? doesn't that look sweet, eh? And then once the knight and e3 moves, then the bishop just slots into f5 beautifully. Yeah, in fact, what you should just see it now, just like play it and that. I don't know if he's going to have a response, and I don't think he will find one in time. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm telling you, I know this guy. I've played him so many times. I know his style. He's always looking for the timers is pressing dragon e7, yeah, and this is what you do in those kind of situations is you play the thing that he doesn't have an answer for. And I mean, look here. Yeah, he's got to do desperate stuff like that. Must be F4. F4 and then just G5. Just claim all of that space, all of it. Okay. He didn't need to. He didn't need to. So. Okay, but wait, doesn't white just have knight takes f5 here? Knight f3 is a worry, but knight f5 is a fork of the two dragons. King f1. Ah, it's time. We didn't find anything. That was that was that was the stride I was referring to, and he's got it. The next game is going to be interesting. I think Watu played a super game.
Yeah, tough game, huh?
Very well played. Very well played.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
E5 was a game changer.
Yeah, it reminded me of my game, the second game, because I think he just could not get out somehow. And yeah.
No, I mean, I like my position, so I just forgot about the time. So yeah, I wanted to play knight f5 here. I don't know.
Yes. And knight f5. Oh, okay. We can go back to the position. So yes, knight f5. I was thinking now that I was going to sacrifice one of my dragons for an attack. I had not made up my mind yet where to check, on d3 or on f3. That's why I think the position is still. I think I have good attacking chances, but it's not so clear. Okay, so knight takes f5. Maybe I should play something like. Okay, my rook is also coming into the mix. Huh? Okay, so then let me play knight d3 check so that I can attack f2. Knight d3 check. I think you must play king f1. Yes.
Yeah, king f1.
King f1. Then I must take. It doesn't matter with which dragon. You take back with the pawn.
Okay.
And now. Okay, maybe I take back with the dragon on e7. I'll tell you why. I take with the dragon on e7. You take g takes f5. Yes.
Yes.
And I play knight d5.
Knight d5.
Because now my idea is that knight e3 is not so easy. Yeah. And I'm threatening now rook takes f5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And your dragons are out of the game, so I don't know what is happening there.
Okay, the other move I was thinking about instead of knight f5 is knight takes e5 and then dragon bishop c4. I don't know which one yet.
Right. Yes. So
maybe the b3 dragon. Yeah, b3 to c4 and
so that most of your dragons can play. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I can take on f5. Yeah,
okay.
I think I'm better.
Let's see. So you take on e5, queen takes e5, dragon c4. Okay. Still, I no problem. I play queen f4 probably.
Yeah, and
you play knight takes f5. Yes, but remember d2 is not protected, Minh. So for example, knight takes e5. I play dragon 7. A dragon from e7 takes f5. You play gf5. I have this move rook d2. This is very uncomfortable for me. Because your dragon is not protecting. No? But you have dragon e3. Okay, so rook d2, dragon e3. Okay.
Yeah.
This is getting very interesting now. Dragon e3. Yeah, it's a fantastic game, but I think the attack is very dangerous. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, after rook d2, you're better.
Yeah, rook d3. Yeah. Rook d3 is better.
I noted. Minh, you said you were happy with your position. I think here you are, coming back. Yeah, you are quite happy. But I think earlier on, did you feel like your dragons kind of didn't know where to go, and you played this move a5, a6. What was your plans over there?
Well, I didn't want to play a takes b6 because his rook gets active, and he was threatening with knight. I mean, at some point he will threaten to take my pawn, so that's why I closed it.
And did you consider possibly just going for knight e5 instead of playing a5 at that stage? Because of course I know you're attacking the pin. The pawn on b6 is pinned. But did you just not go there because knight was going to go to c6 anyways?
Wait, which position?
Just before you played a5. Was knight e5 an option there? I can't remember.
Okay, let's have it. Can you see my position? The position?
I didn't like A6, I guess.
But sorry, excuse me, Megan, can you see the position?
I can't.
Oh, I can't move it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so no, but you
Okay.
know, regardless, from this position, I also missed it. I missed that you lost one time. I thought it was a connection issue, to be honest. I'm like, no, wait, what just happened? So, what was your plans going forward from here? I'm quite curious from the last move. Did you have any plans?
Sorry, what?
Your plan.
Well, I was thinking about either knight takes f5 or knight takes e5. So, but I think after knight e5, queen e5, okay, dragon c4, queen f4. Maybe I can play bishop, dragon bishop e6. Can I? Or maybe you have queen f3.
Yes.
Okay, you have queen
I'm taking h1, yeah? Uh-huh.
You have queen f3, rook g1. I don't.
Okay, but now you have not taken any of my dragons now.
Yeah. Okay, that's suspicious.
I don't believe it completely. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, probably I was lost in the end.
Yeah, but no, phenomenal plays by you, Watu. I said when you take the center, you take the center. And you kind of take no prisoners. And then from there, it's like, just you got to wiggle your way out of that, Min. And you did that in the first game. Unfortunately, unfortunately for you, of course, fortunately for Watu in this game, things ended the way it did. And I think it makes things now exciting for the match. I think now with this 2-1 score, I think now you guys are both in the ring, the ice is broken, and we are just in for a fantastic match.
What happens now? Sorry, Andrew. Yes. If I may ask, can I just get like some tea, maybe like 5 minutes? Is it possible, me?
Okay, so Andrew, you fired.
5 minutes, Min? It's okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. So, thank you. Thanks.
For sure.
That was a different water indeed. Just like I told you, I don't think he got off to a good start in the previous game, and if you get your opening wrong in this variant, you basically on the back foot all the way through to the end, which. And Watu corrected that to this one, and I think he's going to get into his stride now. To be honest, I think overall, Watu's playing the more creative chess. To be honest. That's what I want to see. Yeah, he's gonna have to pull something out of the bag. Yeah, I mean he's 2-1. He's 2-1. He's 2-1 up. So I mean this. He shouldn't be feeling any pressure, but after the way that he just went down in this one, he's gonna want to redeem himself. Mm. 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 And I mean the fact that what. You know, I know this about the. I mean, Min is obviously a very strong player. Perhaps not as experienced as Watu with this variant, but he's definitely putting up some entertaining fighting chess here. It's not just. It hasn't been one-sided, although that game clearly shows a lot of what could be to come with the next few games coming up. Mhm. 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 Yeah, I think Watu would like to equalize this match now, going into the next set of games with that momentum of having two back-to-back wins. If he can win this next one, is definitely a big factor in the match. You know, overall, it's White this time. He's not. Yeah, he. Mm, mm, mhm. I think we're going to see the best form from both sides for this next one. Yep. Mhm. Yeah, I think it's from these two games that we just witnessed. I think the opening played a big part in both games. Where in the first one, Ming got that big opening. I would say positional kind of edge. We had the bind on Watt all the time. And in this one, Watu did the same against him, especially with that C4 push. I think that was he needed to do something about C4 early on in the opening. E4 from White is a bit ambitious, I think. I mean, I understand the idea. I don't think he executed it. Yeah, A4, the idea with A4 is to, taking control of the B5 square so that Black doesn't, advance his pawns there and support C4 and trying to break the pawn chain with E4. That idea made sense, but I don't think he executed 100% on it. And because of that, Watu punished him. Eventually did get F5.
Okay, I'm back, Andrew.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go. It's a pretty normal position, except for the queen and the knight on the queen sides. Everything else is normal position, right? So it won't be that hard to find a familiar structure here, at least. D4, C3, C5 probably. I'm not sure. Maybe C5 might not like the old fact that. D5. Yeah, I think we predicted our prediction. I mean, we definitely can expect to see good form in the opening here from both sides. So it's going to be a more of an equally balanced middle game coming from this opening pawn structure. I like the move c4. I like the move c4 for white here. I don't know what you think. E5 on the board. Ooh, this could be dangerous, risky for black, because remember when you in the French structure where you have this this advanced pawn setup and c3 now and stuff, with the queen being on b1 on that light square diagonal, it's kind of where the queen wants to be. Yeah. Especially with the idea of f4, f5, f4, knight f3, stuff like that, bishop e3, bishop d3. I can almost immediately see a clear middle game structure and an attacking plan on coming down the f file. Ah, he doesn't go for it. Okay, it's going for more conventional stuff. I think Watu realizes that there's no need to be playing too risky. Yeah, and the major difference here between the two positions is white has the open diagonal for his queen, black doesn't. Which leads me to think that he should be going for ideas of b5, b4 here. At some point. Don't know if he might wanna develop some pieces on his king side first. But if I was black, I'd play b5 right now. Take the game to white. Make your intentions known from the start. You got it, but that's what it takes. I feel. I mean, there's stuff like f6 as well. Can't rule out standard. Well, standard idea, I'm not sure how sound it is, so just do f6 right now. I guess it's safe. Well, white does have dragon to f4. This could get very exciting very quickly, yeah. But I feel like black is equalized already. Oh. Mm. Yeah, I think that's just play it fast and keep it simple. Do something similar to what he did in the previous round, where he just playing quick, solid, short, safe opening moves, activating his pieces. You called it, and it's on the board. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Starting to resemble a very thematic French type of opening. I still think d5 earlier would have been quite interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking Dragon E3, Knight, maybe back to E1 and then F4 stuff. Well, at some point. Yeah, no, they're not gonna fall for that type of stuff. I I think so too. Unless he's planning G5 like really early on, Queen C7, Queenside Castle, then it could be, maybe doesn't want to reveal his whole long-term strategy like immediately, but definitely signs of Black wanting to go for kingside attack here. Sure. Yeah, I'm so used to you calling me Craig. I think we both get that a lot anyway. Watu going into the think tank. Oh, my phone just switched on. Yeah, it's a bit delayed. Yeah. So Watu has opted for breaking the center taking on c5. I think specifically for this idea of pushing b4, a4, all about claiming that space there. We're going to see something happening on this queen side, and it's not that clear that black can castle king side here. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a bright future for the king on the king side there. So while also at the same time Watu is advancing on the queen side, so Watu means business here, means business. And I'm not saying that he can't castle king side, although it just looks really intimidating with those dragons staring at the king side, and I just don't like it. Just don't like it. There is that type of thing that can happen. You can sack a dragon for 2 pawns if you can get your queen in there somehow. I mean, I'm looking at this idea with the knight that's currently sitting on d1, going to e3, going to g4, sacking on h6. I mean, that's... Black has to reclaim some... you need to find some counterplay. You can't just sit back. I think knight e3, yeah. Although you can take on e5. King in the center. Could be risky. b5 on the board. And then knight e3 to follow. Pawn takes, rook takes a1, queen takes a1. I like white. I feel like white is exerting his dominance in the opening year and the early stages. Something should come from the slight initiative that white has got going. Something's got to give. He has to go rook takes rook, right? I mean, you don't want to allow white to go rook takes rook because then I just missed this. Yeah, 5. But if he's going to want to move that knight again, rook takes rook, queen on a8 might not be, the queen might just be out of where the action is. And also the queen currently wants to stay on b8, putting the pressure there on the e5 square. I think now white should play knight e3. e3. Dragon e3. Yeah, I guess because black hasn't castled yet, maybe dragon's exchange makes more sense. That's kind of... dragon to d4. Just maintaining that initiative. Or even pawn to b6. Pawn to b6 it might actually give him the c6 square, which you don't want to. So maybe just dragon d4 and yeah, that knight's got to go somewhere at some point. Knight b2 is what I was thinking. But also might with the idea of pushing c4 at some point. Okay, but remember, he is attacking e5 right now. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking. White should go dragon to d4, and then just ask black, like, what's your next move? Just wait. Okay, goes with your idea. Let's see where this leads. Can he take the pawn? I'm not sure he can take the pawn. I see it in the end with dragon going to b6. Discovered the attack on the queen. That's maybe he sees it. And then try and move the f knight and get f4 in. I like it. I mean, that's a typical attacking plan. And also the thing is, white has the luxury of the time to make all those maneuvers, because I can't really see what black has for counterplay. He might have f6 after dragon d4. No, he doesn't have f6. He doesn't have f6. Yeah, there was a reason why I didn't like knight a5 for black. Definitely don't like the knight a5 move from black. I think he should have gone rook takes rook, queen takes a1, and take on e5 then, when he had the chance. Yeah, the thing about the time is you don't want to go below 3 or 2 minutes down on the clock. Especially with a position like this. I did not even analyze this really. I feel like this opens up the game, which is what black wants. Instead of clamping. White is still better though, all the space that he has, but now so white is still better though. It's a bit clearer. I think dragon takes knight. Rook takes rook, queen takes rook. And black is going to be looking for moves and ideas. He's probably going to have to put the dragon bishop on c5 at some point. Get the queen out of that back rank. I mean, rook takes rook first, then knight takes e5. Okay, but if queen takes a1, it defends e5. Dragon takes e5 now would succumb to rook takes rook. Yeah, that's definitely looking like a pretty useful move there. I mean, that rook was doing absolutely nothing on f8. Where to from here? Dragon b2? No, I can't. Maybe just dragon d3. Yeah, dragon d3. I like that. He's probably analyzing rook takes rook first. What do you think about that move, Andrew? Taking it to the end game. And all the space that white has, yeah. Also, the fact that he is dragging bishop on d7 is kind of submitting to having to be a blockader. And h4 definitely stands out as yeah. Well, black should probably try and get the queen to a4 or something. Queen a4, I think, should be played immediately. Queen a4 or queen a3, just the queen needs to come up. In fact, queen a4 would stop h4. And also it's attacking b4, b5. Yeah. Can't say for sure whether this, I mean, white is going to have to prove his the concept of the dragon to d6 and allowing that pawn to become a straight up isolated pass pawn there, taking the risk of losing the pawn, but also risking it for the biscuit, you know. I feel like the queen a4 might just equalize this position for black. What is white going to do to defend b5? Knight okay, queen a5 instead. Well, just got to be careful here that those two pawns might not become overly vulnerable. I mean, how does he defend it? He doesn't have knight d4 because he just gets kicked away, if I'm correct, with e5. So, starting f1, dragon to f1. Okay, d4 is actually strong too, though. It's actually pretty. I mean, actually, now that I look at it, I like it more because you also kind of, aiming it at the king's side. You're kind of clamping down on that e5 square, centralizing the bishop. Yeah, dragon e4, d4 gets my vote. And also h4. Yeah, and you don't mind his knight coming into f4 because it's just going to open up the king to. Yeah, I mean, there's even queen e4 as well. All we need to do is dislodge the knight of g6 and things. d4. Yeah, it's ugly. I mean, with the queen on the other side of the board. But what one thing White's got to be careful of is his back rank. At some point, I feel like a4 should be slotted in there as soon as possible after dragon d4. Knight d4. Not sure. I thought. I don't think it's so bad, but I think dragon d4 for me just felt a bit more dominating, you know? Dominating the center. The knight is. I agree. Although, what next? Then after that, because he's going taking a pawn on b5 next. I don't know. I just don't like White's back rank. H4 needs to happen. I mean, yeah, yeah. So like yeah, this is why I like dragon b4 better because it allowed him with the follow-up move h4. But now Black has this opportunity to kick. Oh, he's attacking a pawn. So, which could have happened if you went dragon d4 as well. So I guess we are missing some things that these guys are seeing. And then the d6 pawn just falls. Oh, I mean, there's this idea of moving the knight, and then queen can't really take the pawn because rook skews the queen and the dragon on the d file. You could just go rook d1 right now, like literally, because rook for dragon is obviously winning material. And then it becomes a nice, exciting imbalance going into this kind of endgame. It's going to get pretty messy soon. 3 minutes or 2 minutes on the clock. Have you had a long day, Andrew? How's the coaching going down there and you're streaming and stuff? Probably busy every day, like. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is a landmark match being played between Watu and Minh. if I'm correct, this is the first real international, like serious international match in the PC30. Like full on proper 8 games. I don't know if there's been internationals matches per se. I know we've played a lot of local stuff. Yeah. But I mean, like, yeah. And naturally, we would want our player. I mean, not to be biased or anything. I'm a Watu fan. I'm a Watu fan. But this is the number 1 and 2 on the chess.com Paradigm Chess 30 leaderboard, playing against each other, and that is why we are here. Yeah. I need to get my rating up, but I haven't played much Rapids. I played mostly just Blitz. I think I'm gonna start playing more Rapid. See if I can get my rating up to as high. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. It's hard out there. I mean, you don't want all that attention. What do you think of Rook C3 there? I think it's just playing for time here, because what is now almost 2 minutes down on the clock, and that could. I mean, he's got to do one of those 2 things, right? I mean, you shouldn't actually be thinking much here. You should just be. Yeah, and the bishop. Like, this is what I said earlier. The dragon should have gone to d4 initially, and h4 would have been on the board already. Rook c1, giving up the dragon. I mean, you probably mean after dragon d4. Safe and solid. Ooh. Yeah. H4 still should be played at some point, though. Maybe get the queen to e4 first and then h4. Because that pawn on b7 is a target as well. The whole thing I was working on is like, if you're going to have pawn on d6, you need to get the knight. You need to get either the e5 square, or, I mean, you need to make inroads somehow. But it's become a game now where I think Watu is going to just play moves that make practical sense. Like knight d2 here. It's going to get messy, I can tell you that. Even e5 like right now. Freeing up the dragon bishop for something at some point. Okay. Oh, no, yeah, like f5 first and then maybe you want to sack something again, it sounds like. The way I know you're looking at. Okay. I'm thinking he's gonna go rook c2 now, attacking, threatening queen takes f2 type of stuff. Dragon. No, yeah, okay, you're right. Bishop, dragon, b6. Very, very serious question being asked here. E6 is E6 is shaky. I told you it's gonna get messy. It's becoming really double-edged now. What is he gonna do about E6? He's got rook c2, but you can't allow the check. But at the end of the day, f2 is gonna fall no matter what. I mean, if rook c2, queen takes e6 check, king h7, king h7 first. I think you should have gone rook c2 first, though. Allowing the rook queen takes e6 check, then king h7. With the idea of rook takes f2. Doesn't he just go rook c2? Then he, oh yeah, you're right. Knight f4. Knight f4, I mean, this is like bullet now, eh? Bullet with 10-second increment. Who's going to crack under the pressure? Seems like Mina has a better position. But easy. Beast Dragon and F1 covers E3. Sweet move. Now I don't know what, I mean, is white better now, or what's going on? Doesn't mean just play F4, yeah? F4, but F4 and then D7. Pawn takes E3. Whew, it's eating up, eh? White has got some time to think and pause for a minute. The pawn on D7 folds eventually. I mean, assuming you should just take it. I don't think you should have pushed to D7 there. Nice one. Okay, but then again, dragon comes back to B6 check in the end. Yeah, no, if it wasn't for that check. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That is a beauty sack. Ouch. What is there? I think that was... I did not expect this game to turn like this. I feel like Watu should have taken that e6 pawn when he had the chance. Although I'm not sure if I missed something there. But queen against dragon. The pawns is the difference here, and the king is well sheltered. I mean, there's no chance of a fork or check or anything like that. Well played, though. I mean, I think we both predicted that this is going to be the best quality game of the lot from both sides. Overall, in terms of the overall game quality. And then in the end, the time pressure broke the stride of the white fortress. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he didn't go dragon d4 when he had that chance, when we were really talking about it so much. That might have been a critical moment. Yeah, this match is definitely not an easy one to say which side it's going to go to. Right now, 3-1 to dragon b70. He's proving that he can play this game, eh? This variant.
Beautiful.
The dragon f3, you mean? It was a nice fork. Okay, it was not a fork, but it's a double attack.
Discovered, yeah.
Yeah, discovered attack. Which position? Dragon d4. I was thinking about rook c4. Yeah.
Yeah, but look, this position is I don't have enough pieces for the pawns advanced, yeah. I realize, that but it's difficult to evaluate this. Always difficult because you are playing. The thing is that you're always playing. What's the word I'm looking for? You're playing blind. Like you cannot evaluate the position that is coming. That's the problem. Well, I can't do it because it's very difficult with them. It's not like chess. No. It's not like chess. Not at all. No. It's not about. No. It's just that I guess it's very difficult positions that come. Then you have to evaluate what's happening because the problem is that you go into the positions with a chess background, but when you reach the positions, you start to understand that there's a lot that is different. Like for example, this position that I reached after DC5, in normal chess, it's a very good position because black doesn't have counterplay. I play rook e1, h4, h5, and things like this. But the problem is that the dragons are very agile, and I'm worried about losing my pawn on e5. So, but if I evaluated it, then I guess after h6, it was a 2. I wasn't sure to take on c5 or not. Probably I should not take on c5. I should just play like dragon from c1 to d3, like this. Yeah. Yeah, so I think but for me, it's like an interesting observation I'm making is that it's maybe not such a good idea to play with chess evaluations in these positions. maybe one has to, but it's difficult because the mind, when it says E6 D5, it thinks French, and the mind immediately looks at the plans that you would play in the French, but yeah, I was not happy after D takes C5. I was not really happy with my position. I mean, I wasn't happy at all, I played B4 to try and entice him, to play maybe Dragon C7 and try to take on E5, because then without the pawn on E5, okay, then I'm active and the dragons can play, but this way, I understood that B5 is a bad move positionally, but I was not sure what to play. There's not enough time also to evaluate. It's not easy, yeah. But for example, after Dragon E7, B4, A4, A6, I think this is a critical position. I think B5, I understood that it's a mistake, but I was also worried about Dragon C7 for a second, and I was not sure, because the problem is that he's got two knights, like knight takes, pawn take, knight takes, then the other knight takes. So I wasn't sure how to evaluate this position. But what? Take, yeah, because I cannot take. So I was thinking, it's difficult. For a while, I was thinking about playing, maybe, I was thinking of playing a C4 also, but it's not easy. Yeah? If I could put a dragon on B2, it's not so easy. The problem is my knight on D1 is also not so well placed. So I guess the way I look at it, D takes C5 is a little inaccuracy, because I think here white should still be slightly better. Probably here I should play something like,
okay, if you don't take on C5 and you play bishop D3, then I would play C4 and maybe G5, knight G6. I don't know. This was my plan.
Really? Okay, but if I knew you would play like this, maybe I would play, because okay, Dragon D3, C4. But I don't know about this mean, because the problem is that your queen side is not so. I will get E4. I play back and I play B3, and if you have E4, I don't trust it so much.
If you play B3, then knight A5, and I don't think you can take on C4. I would get a nice outpost.
I see your point.
If you play B4 and I go back to C6, and okay,
but G5 does not. Okay, but G5 does not scare me. Like, okay, maybe because I was thinking of playing Dragon D3 from C1. So you want to play C4, yeah?
Yes.
But okay, in this position also, there is also an interesting Dragon F4. So that if you play G5, I have Dragon H5, Knight G6, G3. This is also interesting with the Dragon on H5. It's also possible. It's also possible. Dragon F4.
Okay, if you play Bishop F4, I play Bishop H7 first.
Yeah, then Queen C1.
Queen C1.
Yeah, it's not so clear. I think white still has a slight pull. It's not. G5 is not. I'm not scared. I'm not afraid of G5, because as again, like in chess terms, if the dragon breaks through, it's trouble for you. That's why I want to put the dragon on H5. I don't think. I don't know about C4. I don't know, but I think dragon C1 D3. I don't know what's happening here.
I like this version. So I just play G5.
When?
Then I guess
dragon F4.
I mean after Queen C1.
So okay, so dragon D3, C4, dragon F4, dragon H7, Queen C1, G5. Yeah. Dragon H5.
Dragon G6.
You want to trade it?
Yeah, maybe I take with the pawn. And then...
But I don't have to take. I play knight E1 to play F4.
Knight E1.
Yeah. It's not easy. Yeah.
I just Queen C7 long castle, and I don't know.
No, yeah, I understand, but it's a position. Yeah.
It's playable for white. Yes.
Yeah, it's a position. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's not easy to evaluate these positions. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah.
No, definitely. I think well done to both of you. This was a great game. I think like Watu was saying, it's difficult to evaluate these positions. Of course, when you're playing, you feel that you do have a slight advantage. I also did feel for quite a while that white had an advantage, but it's just like, you know, do you truly, do you know? Because like you say, in normal chess terms, this would be like, you know, okay, we know, we can actually assess, we can go to the analysis and so on. But over here, like tables can turn so quickly, small little changes, and like the ideas that Minh had as well, things can change so quickly. So yeah, there's definitely a difficult one to evaluate, but I think a great finish there with that tactic, Minh. Watu, did you see that coming after you made the last move, or was it a total surprise to you?
Yeah, but I mean, my position is lost there anyway.
Yeah.
My king side is just too weak, and
Yeah.
I knew it's difficult,
Yeah.
but time is also low, and
Yes.
yeah.
No, but definitely. No, thanks for the entertainment, guys. I think it's definitely extremely entertaining. Yeah, I look forward to the next few games. I suppose you don't have any opening tip to do, but you know your opponent's a little better now. So you know you can spend the next week, you know, figuring out what whoever's tendencies are and start working on that, and we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, sure.
Over to you, Andrew. Anything else you got? Hmm.
Yeah, I just noticed that maybe I missed a tactic. So instead of knight h3, there's maybe rook c2, queen f4, and rook f2.
Which move number?
Move number 30.
Let me go quickly then.
So instead of knight h3, rook c2, queen f4, rook f2.
Move 30 instead of knight h3.
Yeah, maybe
Yes.
this is quicker. I don't know.
But rook c2, I thought I played queen f4.
Yeah, and rook f2.
Rook f2.
And I'm flirting with lots of mates and discoveries. And if you
because you are threatening rook takes f3.
Yeah. So if you play king h1, I play rook f3 and queen g1 is mates.
But what if I play dragon d3?
Can I take on f3?
You take on f3, I take on c5.
You take on c5, and your queen is hanging.
Yes, with check. This is important. You with check.
Yeah, I think I'm winning.
Wait, I play queen d4. You take queen d4.
I mean, which position, queen d4?
Yeah, look, you want to play rook c2. I play queen f4. Rook f2.
Queen d4.
I play what was it?
If you play queen d4, I just take on.
Queen d4. Sorry?
I take on f3.
Yes, you take on f3. Now I wanted to play.
And again, I take back with a check on c5.
No, because I wanted to play queen d4. Wait, which variation? Rook f2, rook c2, queen takes f4, rook f2. Okay, dragon d3. That was the variation, right?
Oh, okay.
Now
if f3, then okay.
Yeah, rook takes f3, check. I take the queen, right? You take with the dragon.
Yeah.
Then I play dragon. Then I play queen d4. Dragon takes d4 check, and I play king h1.
Oh, really? And I cannot stop the d6 pawn or what?
No, I wanted to, but you can leave the rook. You can just play dragon c5. Yeah.
I can even play rookie free. Rookie free.
Yeah, that looks strong, huh? Rook C2 looks strong, yeah?
Yeah. I was calculating this, but I had little time, so I went for.
Yeah, well, this is now like a complete blitz because it's like 29 seconds, 24 seconds.
Yeah, I went for a safer option.
Yeah,
I was afraid that I might miscalculate something, and
Yeah.
Yes,
and
of
it
course.
So easily happens.
Yes, of course.
I didn't want
Yeah,
to.
but yeah, you've got a very good position, yeah, already. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. No. Why? It's a if you are if you have three, if it's 3-1 or 1-3, it's still the same. You still have to play the remaining 4 games. So
yeah, I've seen this go so horribly wrong for the person with 3 points in soccer. So
every game is a mountain to climb anyway. It's so difficult.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For example.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, definitely all to play for Andrew. You are right.